All right, folks, welcome back to the Crisis Report. This one is called The Dawn of Peace. It is August 8th, 2025. Sorry about the audio for the first one. I am on vacation. I don't have my usual setup and everything else, and I'm just kind of kicking them out as I can. So, my apologies. We're going to be talking about a peace deal between Azerbaijan and Armenia. We're going to be talking about things going on in the Middle East, and we're going to be talking about general peace that is going on. Donald Trump has brokered peace between India and Pakistan, Azerbaijan and Armenia. He had the Iranian 12-day war thing stop, and then also he helped with Thailand and Cambodia. So he's been put up for a peace prize by multiple entities, and so we shall see. This is brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals. Augusta Precious Metals is the channel sponsor. They help you take your IRA and turn it into gold and silver. We would love for you to check them out. There is a learning page, basically a link where you go and you do an informative and they tell you all about it. You don't sign up for anything, you just listen. It takes a little bit, not too much, and they tell you, and you either say, yep, that sounds like it's for me, or you don't, you move on. So if you would like to learn more about turning your IRA into gold and silver, Augusta Precious Metals is one of the best groups out there to do it. And so we would love for you to check it out. Other than that, friends, we're going to get started. And we appreciate you being here. Hit the buttons and stuff. And sorry I was a little salty last night, but YouTube is becoming quite inhospitable to basically anybody that's not just trying to make you become slowly stupid by playing video games. And it's becoming really aggravating, which is why a lot of channels are leaving and going to other places. So we'll see. I've got things set up, but I don't want to leave. I want to be here. But we appreciate you being here. So tell people what's going on. The Substack is blowing up. It's doing great. Almost to 10,000 views a month, which is honestly starting to rival now what this wonderful, fantastic platform does for me. So we'll see. But if you want to sign up there, that link is in the description as well, the PrepperNow.substack.com. Other than that, friends, we just like you being here, and let's get started on your crisis report called The Dawn of Peace. Emory University in Atlanta reports an active shooter on campus, gunfire heard in the area. The Atlanta gunman targeted CDC headquarters, claiming the Rona jab had made him sick. Now, if you were to listen to the mayor of Atlanta, he said, oh, look at all the poor CDC people that are being laid off left and right, yada, yada, yada. Well, this guy's motivation was he was not really happy with where his health had gone after things, and he, did a very terrible thing. So this isn't a way to, excuse that, promote it, or be okay with it. What he did was terrible. It should never be done. But it also shows that there are a lot of people that are mad with what happened 5 years ago, and honestly, you can see more violence and things happen from that. And I hope not. So, I actually had a very a good family member who used to work at Emory and was affiliated with the CDC. They're no longer there, but they were, and yeah. It hit home, close to home. So terrible, just terrible. Police officer was killed in the line of duty too. So keep him in your thoughts and prayers. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. warns there is no control over how these gibbities from that time spread inside the body, saying they reach every organ, transform it into an antigen factory. There's all kinds of stuff going on with it. I'm not going to pontificate or anything, but a lot of people are really they're having second thoughts about why they took it, and if they could go back, if they could turn back time, I think they would make another decision. All right, let's keep the pure blood news going. JP Morgan now predicts that Federal Reserve will cut interest rates next month. 4 additional cuts expected by year's end. Putin has invited Trump to visit Russia after the Alaska summit. Israel could cut security cooperation with the UK if Prime Minister Keir Starmer recognizes a Palestinian state. Israeli intelligence has provided crucial information to British spy agencies on terror threats and withdrawing. This could have serious consequences for the UK security. German Chancellor Merz says we will not approve any exports of military equipment to Israel that can be used in Gaza until further notice. U.S. President Trump has secretly instructed the Pentagon to employ U.S. military force against Latin American drug cartels, now labeled as foreign terror organizations. This includes the Mexican cartels and the Cartel of the Suns, the Venezuelan regime per se. Communist removal complete. Social media. The Israeli Defense Forces published footage showing an airstrike in Lebanon successfully taking out Mohammed Abu Khalil Shah, military chief of the Popular Front of the Liberation of Palestine, or PFLP, a Palestinian Marxist-Leninist terror group in Syria, because most Marxists and Leninists have something to do with terror. According to the IDF, Abu Khalil was the communist terror group's figure responsible for coordinating with other terror groups, strengthening red-green ties to the Shiite axis, and advancing attacks against the state of Israel. United States President Donald Trump is now hosting the Prime Minister of Armenia, Nikol Pashinyan, and the Azerbaijan strongman Aliyev at the White House. It's a long time, 35 years they fought, and now they're friends. It's a big, beautiful honor to welcome everyone to the White House for this very historic peace summit between Armenia and Azerbaijan. United States President Donald Trump hosting the Prime Ministers of Armenia, Nikol Pashinyan, and Azerbaijan strongman Aliyev at the White House said that for more than 35 years, Armenia and Azerbaijan have fought a bitter conflict that resulted in tremendous suffering. Many tried to find a resolution, and they were unsuccessful with this accord. We finally succeeded in making peace. Pashinyan said, I think Trump deserves to receive the Nobel Peace Prize. We will support him. Azerbaijani President Aliyev said, I agree with Prime Minister Pashinyan on this. We will apply to the committee and back Trump's nomination, which of course should make a lot of people on the progressive fascist left have a butt that hurts. Putin tells U.S. he'll halt the war in exchange for eastern Ukraine. Yes, there is a possibility and one of the best openings for actual peace between Ukraine and Russia. Looks like our friends at YouTube are suppressing the crap out of it again with only 38 people. I'm sure most of you guys didn't get any kind of a notification at all. Moving on. U.S. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard on President Trump securing peace between Armenia and Azerbaijan. It's truly a historic day. Under this president's leadership, this historic peace deal has been truly made into a reality. These two countries have been in some form of conflict for over 35 years. Putin and Trump are going to meet next week in Alaska, what is known Putin's first trip to the U.S. in nearly a decade, the first with Trump since 2019. Interesting, too, because he does have the arrest for him still by the ICJ or whatever. Alaska is logical as the two are close neighbors. Ushakov said that economic interests intersect in Alaska and the Arctic, focuses long-term Ukrainian peace, no mention of Zelensky by Trump. Europe will do their darndest to wreck and ruin this because we can't have peace now, can we? U.S. gold futures today were surging to record highs. U.S. has removed online versions of past national climate assessments, saying that they are being reviewed and updated. Shop owner is going to remove signage in the UK because the police were saying that calling shoplifters scumbags is, quote, offensive. Heaven forbid we call someone that steals something a scumbag. We should just be as nice as possible and make sure that they're just really misunderstood. This, of course, is the mentality of the progressive fascist left, and these are the people that are running places like YouTube. Elon Musk says Wikipedia cannot be used as a definitive source for community notes on X, as editorial control there is extremely left-based, biased, and nihilistic. Wikipedia co-founder Larry Sanger has warned Elon Musk that the left-wing encyclopedia has, quote, disturbing influence on the community notes. It is, and that's why nowhere in academia can you use Wikipedia as any form of a source, because it is basically used by friggin' idiots. If you're using Wikipedia without just basic cursory knowledge, do understand that most of the things they have there are just basic flat out lies, and you can manipulate it to whatever you want it to do, which is what these leftist idiots are doing. Garbage in, garbage out. Reddit and Wikipedia are the top sources for current AI models in 2025, and those places are fraught with friggin' idiots. Most people on the left are friggin' idiots. NASA astronaut Jim Lovell, who commanded the Apollo 13 mission in 1970, has died at the age of 97. By the way, just a reminder, the people on the left are friggin' idiots. India has paused plans to purchase U.S.-made arms and has canceled the defense minister planned visit to Washington. Gaza will be disarmed and peaceful civilian rule will be established that does not belong to the authority, Hamas, or any other terrorist organizations. Hamas, of course, is leftist and thus makes them a terror organization. Satellite images show Israeli troop and vehicle buildup near Gaza's Karni crossing, signaling a possible imminent ground invasion, according to NBC. U.S. officials are aware of the movements of the Israeli military towards Gaza City, stating the offensive could begin within the coming hours or days. Cambodia, Israel, and Pakistan have already nominated Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. Can you imagine where we would be if Kamala Harris were in charge? I'm sure that wars would be raging everywhere, and again, leftists are friggin' idiots. People may not like a fake meat, but they'll feed it to their dogs, end quote. Meatly is raising $27 million to prove that fake meat pet food can be a mass market. We're just doing chicken cells with a very robust cell line that we don't need to genetically engineer to immortalize or keep dividing indefinitely. So it has great nutrition and great taste with a chicken pate-like consistency. It's the wonderful food that grandma can eat if we keep going in the direction we're going financially as a nation. But hey, the UN was calling for people to take out their pets and to save the carbon footprint. Maybe this is more humane. And again, the UN is a leftist entity, thus showing again that they are friggin' idiots. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene says she will burn this bridge between the U.S. and Israel to the ground. She also said that AIPAC should register as a foreign lobbyist. Nuclear-armed Israel can annihilate its enemies while Americans work their butts off to pay taxes. I don't care anymore. I'll burn this bridge to the ground. Good for her. By the way, a reminder that leftists are idiots. Trump administration is reviewing Harvard's federally funded research and may seize or license patents under the Bayh-Dole Act, citing contract breaches. Today marks the 3-year anniversary of President Trump's home Mar-a-Lago getting raided by the FBI. That didn't turn out well, now did it? Because then again, people on the left don't actually have a platform. They have to use political force. CENTCOM Commander General Michael Eric Kurilla, great military commander and a close friend of Israel, has completed his term and handed it over to his deputy Admiral Brad Cooper, who became the new commander of the United States Central Command. Tonight in Beirut, Hezbollah protesters are demonstrating in motorcycle convoys through the streets while Lebanese residents are eating in restaurants. Just another day in lovely Beirut. Canada has shed 40,800 jobs in July, biggest monthly drop since the Rona. By the way, Canada is run by leftists, ergo they are friggin' idiots. And speaking of that, Gil Bates, AI will replace jobs but could give workers a longer vacation because Lord knows sitting on our butts playing video games and slowly just dumbing ourselves down through modern convenience and everything is just a wonderful thing for us to do. We don't want to be productive in work and, actually like create things as human beings. We want AI to do everything, right? Yes, that's what our masters will have. So, friends, thanks a lot. What have we learned here? We've learned that leftists are idiots, and we've learned that the crisis report will keep trudging along with a big middle finger to all those people that dislike it. We're going to keep telling you news, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. We appreciate you being here. Please hit that like button, do the subscribe thing, darken out the bell, because that is the biggest middle finger. You can go to the ever expanding sea ship of the platform here as they try to shut down anything that isn't slowly making you stupid. We are brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals. We appreciate you being here, and we plan on just keeping it spicy from here because, well, I don't really care anymore. So God bless. Thanks, friends, and we'll see you over on PrepperNow, where we'll go back to normal broadcasting and be all nice and kind and cool. And yeah, thanks so much. Friends, have a great night. And if you have a family member that's a leftist, tell them that they're an idiot. God bless. Have a great day.